me, Spooderman. Are we starting the video game? Are we stuck? Please don't be stuck, video game. I love video game. Oh. Oh, it sounds spooky so far. Subtitle language? What's the non-subtitle language? What's the non-subtitle language?
TTS for just 333 Lulu orbs.
Let's
reverse
go!
inflation shit TTS lately. Anyway, I won't complain as I can just bob with less than 3.
Real. Okay. Bear guy, thank you so much for the 2 months. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I gotta stretch this a little bit. Just at all. There we go. Stretch, chat, stretch. Thank you so much for the 2 months, Bear. I appreciate it. We're playing KFC dating sim? Is there KFC in here? Templar, you look adorable. Welcome in. TTS for 333 Lulu orbs. They might be. Conan Warren is a horror game not intended for all audiences. Flickering image effects as well as parallax effects during rare occasions can cause motion sickness in players. Okay, if we do get motion sick, I'll take a little break. Oh, you can disable it. Okay, never mind. Do not slay the Lulu. I'm no princess. Yeah. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Ayo? Really? New game. Okay, do you guys have a... Okay, that won't make a difference for me whatsoever. Wow, wait, that's beautiful. The music for this game is so good. Can we full screen it too? Nvidia be like, oh. Lulu, let me size the window. Also, little frick sizing the window. Professional streamer, please be patient. Auto advanced text off. Okay, so we can read along, right? Oh. Oh, that was spooky. Thank you for the blankie mode. Let's get started. Chapter 1, the hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
British spotted.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And
I think
in
I
the
know the voice
basement of
actor.
that cabin is a princess.
I think I've heard his voice before.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Explore the end of the world? What are you talking about? Oh, it's like a D&D campaign. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seemed kind of bad though, isn't it? Can someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not looking for that. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Sweetie always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution! Do I get some sort of reward for this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay
Oh no, he's
her before
British!
you get it. I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
Eh.
You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess lock its away in a basement in the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this
Look,
up?
you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important
You can't slay the
task?
princess?
If
Lulu
you've made it
is
this
a demon
far,
sheep princess.
You might as well reach the end of
I'm a
your
princess?
journey.
Since when? Okay. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. Maybe if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her.
And I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning.
We're really beefing with the
If you
narrator
were really
already.
prepared to hear her out,
Anime, thank you for the
she could
follow.
easily
Welcome in.
trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed
Slay
words,
queens.
the harder it'll be
None
to
of
pull
these are
yourself
canonical.
out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find
Happy
the princess
Sheepium
with
Day.
Happy
Hello,
Sheepium
Lulu's
Day!
chat.
Hi, Lion! It's good to see you. Welcome in.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I think our voice is having an
Ignore
issue.
him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, it's a different person. Crunch! My crunch. Is it crunching?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
Average
The
stream room
only furniture
discovered.
of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement. Gamer basement intensifies.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Oh my god. I wouldn't want to clean this
Her
either.
voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh no, she's hot.
She sounds dangerous.
Oh no, she is
It's almost as
hot.
if she's the one in charge down here.
Princess is a
Don't let
VTuber.
it fool you.
Wait, really?
It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi. I think I'm here to kill you. No, just go
Good.
down there.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
That's brutal. That's her wife. Arrgh, I love dangerous women. Ow, ow. I mean, grrr. Am I selling this? Arrgh, smash. I mean, what? Toasties, ayo.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No way. Why would you even think that? Yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. No. Oh, it's the option. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat.
For real. Look at her. She's tiny.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We
Or
can
far
decide
away.
what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Blah. Arrgh.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment,
Cute!
you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Relationship! I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. No, hold on. We're raising the maidens for free.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're
Goodness,
two
princess.
people who have
What
met
large
each
eyes you
other.
have.
By definition, we have a
Everyone.
relationship.
I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
I don't care. I think she deserves to know why she's being murdered.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Oh, Chad, yandere women! Hot. Date in 2025. Impossible. Chad, you just need to get the maidens chained up in your basement. Come
Well,
on,
I
it's
don't
not that
remember much
hard.
about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Maybe it's those Michael Bublés. Them VTuber physics. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you would tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Let's question her and make sure she's not dangerous. How are we gonna find out, Tal?
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a
Slay.
threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
What about? What is the indicator?
That doesn't
Tal?
sound
How
right
do we
to me.
know?
And I don't
What's
think
the
it
red
sounds
flag?
right to you either.
I miss Little Bit
Otherwise, we'd be
Noir.
killing each
Rob,
other
welcome
instead of
in.
talking.
Rob, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
No, actually tell me you were a Twitch streamer and this is a bit.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
I'm doing better today. At least that's so good to hear. Please get well soon.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like
Why
I
wouldn't
said,
you just trust
it's
people?
all about trust. Blind
She
trust.
said it.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the
I don't
victim,
know. I did just
the
meet her.
princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust
Why
whoever
is everyone
put
so
me here?
sassy? They're British. It's in their nature.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
How would I get you out of here? What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
I was wishing for Greg. That was
Again,
really
she
hopeful there.
offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Wow. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Why would you get rid of your wife like that? Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
Not really.
You know why you're here.
Slay the prince. No, I'm getting you out of here. Going to keep you locked away down here at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better. While I decide what to do. Yeah, I think more
That seems
time
like
is
a pretty good
ideal.
compromise.
I mean, slay the prince. Toasties! Ayosami! Good morning, welcome in.
Leaving her
Also,
alive
Proto,
is
welcome,
too
welcome.
risky.
It's so
If
good to
don't
see
deal with
you.
her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Escalated so quickly.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement. Oh, but she's gonna get out, right? Let's get you out of here. Examine the chains. Would she kill me? I would still save her, Jal. I would still save her. Listen, listen. I'm her one savior. She doesn't have any place to go. Her, me, and the trailer park. A whole new life together. I'm just saying, it's not a bad idea at all. What would you do, Jal? There really should be a Twitch integration for this game. I'm just saying. I mean, she is terrifying, but so are most women. What if we are getting her out of here?
Oh, for the love of...
The narrator is already
Good.
hating me.
I'm glad you've come to your senses.
What
You're
if the
making
narrator
a
voice isn't
huge
real?
Mistake.
What if we're just going insane and we chained her up here?
No, you're doing the right thing.
Oh my god, are we getting reverse psychology already?
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Are you sure about that? If there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me carting you out of here? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying
I'll
around.
be here.
What if we just run for it?
You
She's
attempt
so
to make
scary.
your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Bro, I was just doing my
Someone
job.
else here.
Get the bone saw. Okay, let me out.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Body.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Why is no one else doing it? Why is it me?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess.
Is the
and
narrator
you won't
doing this to us
leave
because he
until
doesn't wanna do the
task
dirty
is
work?
done. You
Yeah.
make your way back to the bottom of the stairs.
Lolo, you were the one
This
with the
would have
sword.
been so much easier if you'd simply
I mean,
slain
yeah,
her
sword.
like
Sword.
you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Are you sure? Your dress is really nice. I don't want to ruin it.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh god.
Against your better
Ah!
judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above
My goodness,
the
what
massive,
kind of creature am I?
unyielding chain.
What kind of creature am I?
You cut into her flesh.
Ooh!
The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Unfucking
She didn't
face!
so much as utter a sound.
Oh, something is
Free
wrong
from
with
her
her.
bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm?
Oh no.
It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Oh no, we made a great
Thank
mistake.
you. Now let's get out of here.
No,
Approach the
we won't
locked
have
door.
any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Ask her if she needs a hand. It's okay, we're going to second-hand shop later, Shades.
As the
Don't worry about
princess
it.
approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah, why would you do that? Why would the narrator betray me like this?
Watch me.
Bruh! Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Yeah, freaking save her. What did
Stop
she
it.
do yet? She
Stop
hasn't done
resisting
anything
me.
yet.
I am trying to
Let's say
get you
high
out of
five.
here alive.
Shades, stop! I have a sword as well. I hope. Slay the princess, resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No!
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
And we're just trying to make it out of here.
I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Ah, frick! That's what you
Her
get for
face
helping
remains
people.
unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
What does your hand look like that? Is that not what your gremlin hands look like, Ja?
This is the end, isn't it?
Bad end? I don't think there's a good
I'm
ending in
afraid
this
it is.
game.
Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Like the Stanley Parable. British edition. Chapter 2, The Prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods,
Blah!
and at the end of that path is you're here to slay her.
Blah!
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Blah! I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu. No,
Very
you
bad
don't have
here.
that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Did I just get respawned? Is this
Don't
ReZero?
forget what he did to us the last time around.
it's worse than
I
a
wouldn't
skeptic
trust
now,
a word
not a
out
hero.
of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess.
Oh
We just have to
boy!
keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that
Groundhog
way.
Day, Groundhog Day, the visual novel.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
This is more than just deja vu, though.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this is really what already happened. Or why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but
ReZero
fine.
feels like you
I'll
die and
indulge you
respawn.
if that's what it takes to get
I
you
mean,
moving.
Soul's legs are like ReZero.
Let's say for a moment that this
Let her
really
unalive
is
us
the second time
again?
you've
For
been
real
moved, or
though!
at
What if
least
we get
the
to save her at the end when the narrator gives up?
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. Sounds like the sort of thing I
A
do.
hero death!
Which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit
He's
of the
so
doubt.
fed up!
If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what
Narrator
you said
stinks.
I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional.
What are you talking about, self-delusion? What if she didn't do anything?
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Arby's revived me because they need a spokesperson.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after?
Heck, I love Arby's.
Or do you think that the princess left
Come little Maggie, welcome in! Hope you're doing well today. It's so good to see you.
Like I told you she would. What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, you're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
High society enough for this game? He's just British, child! The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. And all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in this basement?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things. She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for?
Right now there's 4 people?
Literally
yeah!
anything.
We have another voice.
Fine. Check your pockets.
Oh. What's in my pocket? What's in the box?
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
Wait, how many times have we been reincarnated in this world? How many times have we failed to kill her? Is the narrator also us? How many times have we been here?
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth." That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her?
Look,
right? Why is it my dirty work?
Say this,
Am I the last person alive?
it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this.
Oh, thank you.
Call it a prophecy, if that helps.
Heroes should
just
go
the
back
way
to
things
school and work on their handwriting. Have you seen the talents that we have? I'm glad we can hold a pen.
I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
I don't know. Group project?
Yes. Right. We're here because we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in
Everyone
this
at
together.
work be like,
We're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
proceed to the cabin?
A warning.
Was not wrong.
Before you go any further.
Okay.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to.
Wink wonk.
Did you just say wink out loud?
So ex-wife rules culture. Shades!
No, I didn't.
Shades! Ayo! Divorce joke of the day.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Hello.
The interior of the cabin
it's a different
is less
table.
a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls and thick, wrought iron
they
bars
upped the
barricade the
meta.
windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Oh, sheep.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a
Damn.
pristine blade perched
Hotel
on its
kind of
edge.
vibe where they don't let you steal stuff at all. I mean, take home for after you paid for them. Just saying. If the cattle wasn't free, they should bolt
The
it
blade
down.
is your implement.
For legal reasons, this is
You'll
like
need
dope.
it if you want to do this right.
Oh, homie. My friends, my homie. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
Is it though?
There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Are we hallucinating? Are we? Not really either. Oh, what's going on?
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
Let's look at myself. I want to see how
Let's
handsome
not
I
get
am.
caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is, he
Didn't you
must
just
not
say
want us to
wink
know
out loud?
about it.
Can we look in the mirror? Right?
Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? Very different. Yes, but why? Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Are you sure about
So focus
that?
up. Don't get distracted by
Status
minor
update. No ADHD
details.
must for taking the state. No! Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Doubt.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Oh,
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago,
wait, what?
and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Does eyes peeled just mean open? Sounds creepy as heck. Take the
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Gaslighting the game. Gaslight, go boss! Capitalism.
The
Wow.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase.
Ooh,
A
the
few
audio.
sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's what he said
Her
last time.
voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Is it the same
Does
voice?
she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus
That's
as
just
she
sad,
adjusts
bro.
her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
It was.
What does that one do?
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
It's a different voice. I looked upstairs. I'm going to just leave her here. No, sit with her.
You step towards the princess.
He's like,
But
yo.
she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled
No,
hand.
she's different. The narrator is the bad guy. The narrator is really something, right?
That's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit. Sit closer.
Do you think this is a game? Do you think these chains take away my say in things?
Oh, sorry.
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
Oh, fuck, we're getting beaten the heck up.
In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Dumb ways to die.
The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her.
Not
I
yet.
can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if the roles were reversed? I don't know. How about we think about the nuances of interpersonal relationships when we're not being strangled? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
No! Drop it. We will just
As your weapon
respawn,
falls
right?
pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick.
Hold on a sec, is this a dating game?
Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
What is she doing?
Oh no.
She doesn't say another word.
Don't
she
do
cuts
it.
into her own neck. No.
What's an uneasy silence, I guess?
Her eyes stare
Bro,
forward.
how is the slaying going? Speedrun any percent didn't even have to participate.
Cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be
It's a
damned.
horror channel, I'm not upset. See
So
you
that's
slaying?
her play.
Can I get a slay spam in the chat?
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls
That's
to
one
the
way
floor.
to get out of the
completely
chains. Chat,
free.
no!
It
What
bounces
is
a
what
few times
cost?
before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
I don't think
The
it works that
princess's
way.
eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
But at what cost?
So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone.
I have
Isn't
9
she?
hours in me side. I know where this is going.
Oh, Steve.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please?
So real.
Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
What's the reward?
Hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
What if we just get reincarnated again? Take the princess with you.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way
what are
back
you
upstairs
made of?
to the first floor of the cabin.
Freaking cotton candy?
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
Dun dun dun. Sario, good morning, welcome in. Someone got ahead of themselves. Ba-doom.
She didn't. She's dead.
Doubt.
What if she's not?
Yeah, what if she's still
Are
alive?
you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Leave the cabin and claim your reward?
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already...
Oh my god!
over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
Chat, is this Riz?
So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Well, you just died. Oh! All these hands. You don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her
She's
place.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Can she still
And
be
there's
our
that
girlfriend?
mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Don't know where she went, and I don't know we'd even go about looking for her.
If there's even a her to find anymore.
Uh-oh.
You're right.
Oh, chat, we done did goofed.
Gone. It's just us and that.
Don't tell my boss.
awful thing.
We can handle it. Oh, hey, a mirror.
He is.
Zoriel, thank you for the
Does
follow.
that
Welcome
mean the
in.
world ended?
They must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
A lot of hair, apparently.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Oh, you saw it?
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back.
Fear.
Fear.
I'm begging
Oh,
you,
how bad
don't
can it be?
do this.
We must save the future, Mrs. Shades for Shades. Mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Creature? You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Oh god! You are at the cabin. Approach her. Hello, Ponte. Trim your nails. Nah, they got a purpose.
Something
They're can
finds
openers.
me in the
Crunch.
long quiet,
Taiki, good morning.
and
Welcome
it
in.
brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary
Flash
lights
positary.
in an empty city.
Positive.
What are you?
Retro, good to see you! Can't even comprehend what I just watched. Real! Biblically accurate princess. Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need
So
to be
are there
protected
more
any
parts
longer.
of her? They got a license for all them hands? Careful, chat, this is the Britlands. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
My hive mind of a chat, you guys know what that's like. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness.
So it
I
wasn't
could
her
not
doing.
have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Alright, Ted, this is the date. Best behavior.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Destroy your body, attack the entity. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Man, I love this cult. Somebody sign me up. Mark, thank you for the follow.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Oh. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Rolling to seduce the otherworldly horror? What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
will. She's
You
so
won't.
cute. Everything goes dark and you die. We die to death again, chat. Fuck, we're starting over?
You're on a path in the
Fuck!
woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
Did that mean the
is a
date went well?
princess.
Well, for the other taxpayers having to carry me now.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting the tab on your keyboard. Really? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to enter is because she's locked up?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me
Normal
suggest a
Tara
more
wife!
pragmatic lens
Pieces that
through
you need
which
to
to view this
find,
situation.
n minus x, where the n number is the pieces that can be found, and x is the number of pieces
Causality
that you found so far.
doesn't matter here, because the
When they
end
added
result
letters
is
to
the same
math,
no matter
it
what
really
led
went
us up
downhill.
to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin,
Does this
the
mean we're
world
breaking
will
up? Chat,
end.
she killed
There
you!
is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Listen, Ta, it's not the chicken,
Unless,
or the
of
egg that came
course,
first.
you do your job and slay her.
Thanks for telling me what to do. I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to a cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine
Hello, beautiful
layer of
Denver!
dust.
Good to see you. Welcome
The only
in. Hope
furniture of note
you're having a good day
is a
today.
plain wooden table.
Oh, we're back to the
Perched
OG
on
one.
that
We're really
table
back in chapter
is a
1.
pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What if we don't even take the blade? Oh, we need it, right?
You take the blade from the table.
I'll do
It'd be
only
rather
need
difficult to
some
slay the
time to
princess and
translate.
save the world without it.
Noise. Should have added Greek. So math, it was over. Oh my god. Enter the basement. Hello, Dagger, my old friend.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light.
Hello.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
So if we kill her,
You walk down the
she
stairs
turns into the other
and lock
creature
eyes
again,
with the
right?
princess. There's a heavy chain
Right?
around her wrist, binding her.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I dabble. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So,
It's a different
you should
princess, a
just
different crown,
drop
chat,
it.
different lady.
Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I like pie though. Oh, did you guys know that I originally debuted on Pie Day? Have the blade slay the princess. What if she isn't loving? What if she kills
You
us?
go into this expecting to die. You're going to die.
Nice pep talk, bro.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Oh my god,
Maybe
Ponce!
now we can just...
Lulu is slaying
talk.
as expected. Look, girl, how are you doing today? Welcome in.
Against your better judgment,
Alright, go free Shabaka
you step
sandwich. I'm
forward
kinda
to
hungry.
speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
She was just threatening us a second ago. Am I the only one here unnerved by that perfect little laugh? I'll take that as a sign that you're finally coming around to reason.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
Don't just tell her that.
That's
Neruda
cute.
sounds more single
Do
and
you
alone than
believe
I am,
that?
dang
Do
homie.
you think I'm some sort of
The voices in my head
monster?
told me to.
If I'm
you
supposed to
guys
be
have a
capable of
narrator?
ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
No! Have you considered becoming
She
a Twitch
knows
streamer?
what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Spicy.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a
She's
reason
already in the
you've
basement.
listened.
Keep it up, Princess. Ayo!
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
She is making some
So
good
do you
points.
trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Why do we hate the bourgeoisie for all of a sudden? What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Is this playthrough
Again,
different
she
from the
offers
previous
no
one?
specifics. No matter how hard you try,
the same
you'll
chapter.
never get a straight answer out of her.
We talked enough.
Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
What if we just do it? Chat, what if we just do it? Are you making the same choices as last time?
You charge the princess,
Oh,
blade
shit.
trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Oh shit! Oh, she's throwing hands!
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Damn, I was in a John Wick movie.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
Narrator, take
But she
responsibility
doesn't
for
stop there.
real!
She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed
Jeez.
tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor,
Ow,
the
ow.
princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity.
Ow, ow, fear!
You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
You know exactly what you were signing me up for,
Is
bro.
this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
Oh, sheep, oh, sheep, oh,
This
sheep,
is the
oh,
end,
sheep, oh,
isn't it?
sheep.
I'm afraid it is.
Oh, no.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Not again! It's up there to the tower.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wait, hasn't this happened already?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Not the worst way to go.
If it doesn't remember
Absolutely
what
not,
happened,
Mummy.
then maybe it's
Sorry,
best to keep it
Mummy.
that way.
Sorry.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows?
More stuff than
There's
broken.
nothing we can do to stop her.
Oh, this is different.
She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do
We're
to
having
stop
another
her now?
internal conversation about this.
It's pointless.
That kids,
She's
how I
just
met your
a
mother.
princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Oh, see, he remembers. He does remember.
What do you mean? Of
He
course there
does
weren't any
remember.
Consequences. The princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Oh, see.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
The
Do you
world
think the people there
ended?
lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains, and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
Let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
She killed me last time around. How can I make sure this doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
All she did last time around was beat me to death.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. We're not. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Yes, he's too
Can we turn
powerful.
down the
Mommy is
pessimism
sorry.
just a
Mommy is
smidge?
sorry.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
You sure about that, homie?
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Back again alive. Pilot, good to see you. Welcome in. What is this place?
People locked her in that
Oh my
basement.
God, it's
and
still
I
the
told
same
you what this
answer.
place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcome.
Why don't they
Look.
slay her?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again.
How bad can it be? What aren't you
I've told
telling
you
me?
everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. The less you know about her, the better. Great. Now, if you don't mind...
Sorry,
the
we
whole
stalled
world
this
is
guy for like a
waiting
solid
with
15 minutes. Turn around and leave. We never tried that before.
All right. We should just leave. There's nothing we can do to stop her, so we might as well enjoy what little time we have left. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even
How are
know
you
where
doing?
you're
I'm doing
going?
excellent today. Thank you for asking. Thank you, thank you. Definitely know where I'm
Somehow
going.
I doubt that, but fine.
Are we getting lost? Wait, we can
Suppose you
actually
just
leave?
Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Oh my god, I can get
That's
lost in game too.
It looks like this path
Never mind.
also leads to the cabin.
Oh,
How
shit.
convenient.
Oh, shit.
Everything's
Oh,
back on
shit.
track
Oh,
again.
shit.
Maybe the
Oh,
world can
shit.
still be saved after all.
Bruh!
That's
Fine, we're going to the
great.
cabin, I guess.
As long as you bring that fiery
Yeah, the
attitude
bro
to
ain't the
princess
one getting
slaying, I
redacted
think
here.
this will
There
all
is no
resolve
escape. There's
splendidly.
no escape whatsoever.
So much for getting out of here. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Blah, 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 blah.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar
Wait,
with
what
a pristine
happened?
blade
Jeebus!
perched on its edge.
Illusion of choice. Ugh.
The blade. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
This whole cabin is different than last time. What's the mirror?
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
The mirror is still fake.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach
It
forward,
keeps
rub
happening.
your hand
Is
against
the mirror like a
cabin wall.
metaphor or something?
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Rude!
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen. You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This game is a metaphor. My mom is a metaphor.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral
Go to the
staircase.
inn and get a different
Its
quest.
steps almost
There's
as
a
deep as
different
you are
quest.
tall. The smell of incense
Oh boy,
drifts
it's
up from
completely
below.
different.
For a moment, you almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on
Mommy,
the
sorry, mommy,
stairs.
sorry, mommy, sorry,
Come
mommy,
down
sorry.
and witness me.
Jeez.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Bruh. This game is awesome. Also, welcome
what
back.
back
Oh
and
no,
voice
thank
says.
you.
He's not
I
the one making
appreciate
the
it. Thank you,
decisions.
thank you. How
Though
are
if
you
his
today?
ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue
Making
up
your
the
way
stairs.
down the spiral staircase is
My
a
way
time-consuming
downtown.
and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
How different can it?
The
Oh
princess
my
towers over
god!
you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
What if she's
The
nice?
little bird has
Also, feet,
returned
feet,
to
feet,
me.
feet.
I wonder what he wants.
Should have used this emote earlier.
You
Feet.
brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Yes, mom.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that. And yet you did. She's so much more than us.
Yeah, feel
You don't
her.
understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Oh,
I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Okay.
On her command,
Anything
you
you
fall
want,
to the
milady.
floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
So much more. Wow, narrator.
That's
Maybe he
a
also
good
has the
little
hots for her.
bird.
Maybe this is a
Now,
love
why
triangle
don't we
situation.
talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope
Oh,
it
so there
helped you
is
learn a
another
valuable
reality, and
lesson.
now you're believing me, huh? Then
You
perish.
are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her?
Pressure.
Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
What would you have me do? What do you have planned?
And all you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
How'd I do that? If you're so powerful, can't you just break the
Don't be
chains
rude.
yourself?
Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world.
Now it is me when I text VTuber friends and I feel like a bother to them.
Exactly why
No!
it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am or everything I'm bound to become. it isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction and genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of
Mommy
a song
voice
that can echo
intensified.
for eternity. The song of you being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference.
Oh, sheep, damn.
Because
Chat,
in the
chat,
end,
listen.
no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill.
Oh,
if you'll
mommy!
have it. But it is not a place for
I'd
an
fight her for
equal.
payment. You
It is a
sword?
place for something worthy
What
to
price
be
will you put on
kept.
it?
A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Ow, 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 ow. Don't care if something new comes after. Just can't let you do that. I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to her. R.I.P.
Your
forever.
will was so
Sorry,
easily
chat. This was
broken.
harder. I'm
Am I
choosing
that
the bottom
magnificent?
plot line.
All you need to do now is break my chain.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
If this
Anything
is
you
what
want.
Then I guess there's not much else for me to
She
say.
looks even hotter than before.
No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
Narrator, shut up! Stop blocking me!
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong.
Thank you. I did have
Trying to
Taco Bell.
conceal you from me.
Stab her last second. Chat,
Is that
no!
a person? No. It used to be a person. It's something different now. An
Oh,
echo.
so the narrator also
she
isn't
talking
real?
about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little
really
worm
spicy.
stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about?
What if the narrator is a
I don't
parasite?
care what you are.
Narrator sounds so
You're mine.
disappointed. Said, what if he was the
Rise, my little
one?
bird.
What if he was the mind goblin?
Without
Goblin
hesitation,
beast.
you're brought to your feet.
Oh, she turned the
Break
narrator.
my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
I have to do this. It's over. I'm sorry. Break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Ow, 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 ow. What happens now?
Nothing. And then, everything.
Take her hands! Uh-oh. Oh, it's these hands again, Ja. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end
What
for
is
me.
that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Don't even worry
This is
about
what
it.
we all deserve, isn't it?
Approach the mirror. Go back to the rubber room. Rubber room with the rats. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
I'm glad she remembers. Are you the same being you were before?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Ah, rude!
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be.
Worm salad.
And every exploration
Worm salad?
yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than
That
what
evil
I
woman
am.
is waifu material
What
for
I
real.
am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment,
Thank you for the
all I
worm
want is to know
salad. Thank you,
myself
Guppy. Thank
and
you,
to
thank
know
you. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can't I not do the same thing I've done before?
those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us
Thank
now.
you for the king seal.
Inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You have been kinder to me than anyone I've met. Thank you. Why? What do you want me to bring you next
Gifts
time?
aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for an overwhelming heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
And what if I don't want to bring you any more vessels? What if I just wait here forever?
Then we will remain here as we are now, barely finished, damp, cavernous.
Moist. One of the many heads in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here. The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Gets me every time, bro. Not like this. Ah, we're back at the start. You make sheep in me right now.
At the end of that path is a cabin.
There is a cabin, for sure.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Yes,
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
So we have to make a different set of choices again, right?
The interior of the cabin is almost
Sheep.
entirely bare. The air is stale. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What if I just go down there without the knife?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen
Marry
light
her?
in the
God,
room
I hope
below.
we get an option eventually.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's a completely different voice.
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi. I'm here to save you.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
This is all the same voice actors. I'm really impressed.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Only have 1 week left on Star Rail version 3.0. Wait, really? I'm excited
You
for the
walk
next
down the
update. Holy
stairs and
shit.
lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Ah, frick.
You were lying when you said you were here
1
to
day for
rescue
Sadness
her,
1.5.
regardless
Really?
of your
Last day?
intentions, breaking her out of
Is
those
it
chains
tomorrow?
would be a big mistake.
That's
Don't
so
even
cool.
try it.
I'm excited for the update. Let's see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Ah, my mom.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Absolutely save
Walk up
her.
to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No,
maybe
do you
it's
know where the
somewhere
key
upstairs.
is?
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down
Narrator.
here intended for her to never see the light of day. They
That
wouldn't
doesn't
have
make
just
a mistake
left
then.
the
Why?
key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Rocks? Pretty
Or
good.
if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long, you attempted to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Oh wait, we don't have any weapon whatsoever.
It's easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
I tried my best, but
There's a
I'm an
slight
unpaid
panic
intern in here.
rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth.
Girl,
her
I was
teeth
not ready for this.
tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you.
Oh god, what is
clang
it?
of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Chad, she's clearly terrifying.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Without hesitation, bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground.
I'm
Okay.
lactose intolerant.
There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Dobby! Thank you so much for the raid! A cool streamer doing cool things! You think I'm cool? Holy shit, Dobby raid! How was your stream? Welcome in! What were you guys playing? Roblox? Holy shit, I hope you guys had a good time! Raiders, my name is Little Funny Gamer Sib. Welcome to Slay the Princess. And if you're here for the very first time, you should check this out. Oh, Sib! It's a raid! Nice to meet you! My name is Lulu, the funny gamer Sib. Welcome to the cult of capitalism! I'm getting infected and I do not care! I'm sorry, that was way too loud. There is a god in this game and his name is Baiju and we love him! Frick yeah! Welcome back! You got something to say, Muton? Say... Look at the middies! Actually, don't look at them. Look at me. They need a belt buckle to be kept safe, child. They're strapped in for adventure. The America is smart. Get out of my head. No!
Look down.
One hand. Good. My wife! No! My good say-so VTuber! Said a bad word. Yeah, I did. What you gonna do about it? Subscribe! Wow! Welcome in, Raiders! My name is Little Funny Gamer Sheep. I'm normally here Wednesday to Sunday, 3 p.m. GMT. That's 10 a.m. Eastern Time for the Burgerlanders on the East Coast. Wolfie, thank you for the follow. And Burnout, thank you for the follow. Risco, thank you for the follow also. How was Roblox Gamers? Dobby, thank you so much for the raid. I've never played Roblox before. Is it worth it? We normally play horror games, marbles on stream, and gacha games here. So if you like any of those, feel free to stick around. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome in. That was funny. 10 out of 10 video. Thank you. Thank you so much. Lynn, thank you. Welcome in. Today is our first time playing Slay the Princess. So far, we have gotten through many different paths. We're doing our best here, chat. I promise. It's not what it looks like. I did not kill her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
You're winning, son. Man.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back.
Oh, sheep. Oh, she's invincible.
Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours
She looks
in
like
the
that
corner
dog
of the
going,
room and meets your eyes with the
How are you?
ferocity
I'm
of a
doing
cornered
excellent today.
predator.
Welcome in. Depends on what you're doing in Roblox, I think.
You've made
What's
a
the best part of
terrible
Roblox?
enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you
Gotta
from
raid and
me.
zip. No worries. Have a good rest
Thought
of
we
your
had the
day,
upper hand,
Dobby. See you soon.
It's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts
Also,
into her
Rain,
again,
thank you for the follow.
and
I
again
appreciate
as you're
it.
tackled to
Welcome.
the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Oh god, oh god, oh god!
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back.
Can't we
You
just
seize a
wait it
moment of
out?
hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to
Would
your
she not
knees.
just bleed to death? She's really badly wounded!
We can still turn this around.
Why didn't she just chew her way out early if she was capable of it? Real! Give up, finish the job, run for the stairs, and lock her in the basement. Maybe she'll bleed out. That's what I would think, but we're already
You
here.
steel your resolve and take another
We're
step
already
closer
here,
to the
Tal.
princess.
We've come so far. We've tried
You
so
probably
hard.
won't make it out of here
Do you know?
alive.
Caroline, thank you for the
You can
follow
still
also.
make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
Oh.
Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised.
Gosh, I want to 1v1 that narrator so badly.
Feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart. If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job.
Nobody's gonna come and help me? Are we killing
You
her
take
again?
another step forward,
Oh, we have
and the
to.
princess lunges towards you.
Let us slaying one person takes
Two
so
of
much
you enter
time.
one last exchange.
It's
a
people
flurry
riding
of
heckin'
blade and
multiverses.
claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further.
So we both just die
You
there?
collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you.
This is a love
Blood
story.
pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend. But
Ah.
you were just another monster, weren't you?
Sorry,
Silence
ma'am.
As the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark.
No Batman
you
arc today. Chapter 2, the oh! Okay, so if you kill her in the first
You're on a
chapter, it goes
path
differently.
In the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Okay, no. But I died. She is going to kill me again. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here
I
again?
can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill
Grandpa,
you.
no!
People don't just
Whoa,
spring
whoa,
back to
Max,
life after
welcome
dying,
in.
and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Came with good intentions, only
If
attacked
he
when
doesn't
she
remember what
saw her
happened,
being.
then
We saw
maybe
her
it's
being
best to
soft.
keep it that way.
I liked her as the god creature in the
Brilliant.
nowhere.
We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
Ooh, different voice.
Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Let's assume telling the truth. And this has really already happened. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? No, let's go to the cabin. I know what happens otherwise.
A warning.
No,
before you go
no!
in.
Rio, good morning!
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
All right, Ted. What are your predictions?
The interior
gonna
of
kill
the
her or
cabin
no?
is a mess of twisted roots.
Oh.
The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor
Riz
is
her?
damp
Can we
and
riz
earthy,
her?
and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. No, take the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Haha, but what if you do, girl? What if you do? Ow, 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 ow! I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
Okay, listen.
I
Just because I'm into degradation doesn't mean I should not be saying this on stream. You're nothing, Ja!
Little footsteps coming up the
That's my favorite
path.
CP, the only one I know, honestly.
And I
Rio!
remember what
Ow,
you've
ow.
done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of
That
this whole
opportunist
situation.
trial!
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
Oh boy!
That's no fair. How would she know that?
Maybe because she's...
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Yeah, we do!
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Well, why didn't you listen,
That's
narrator?
pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive
Japanese
reasoning.
Relationship advice form is
Well,
in the chat.
you seem to be
You guys want to get
great
featured in
at
the
it.
video? Fill it in until
So,
Saturday.
you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I've never spoken in my life. I'm sorry about last time.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Yeah.
All Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
Thank you, thank you.
If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Don't worry, the blade isn't for you or not for killing you. We've got to get out somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to
Marry
her chest.
her once I get an option, child.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
People died last time. Can bygones be
You were the one
bygones?
who stabbed me in the back when I was still in chains. A dirty little thing like you doesn't get to decide when all is fair.
Look, I know things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Alright, chat. Sorry, I think I'm needed. I will be right back. Give me 1 second. Can we go on a quick break, mods? Can we take the wheel for 1 second? I'll be right barbecue. Blah. Hello gamers. I'm so sorry, we're gonna have to stop it here. I have to go and end stream. My brother dropped a knife on his hand. I gotta go to the hospital. I will be barbecue on Saturday. No rate, no nothing today. We're having a very unlucky sleepy day today. Take care. Sorry, Chad. I will be back tomorrow. I will be back on Saturday, 3 p.m. GMT, 10 a.m. Eastern Time for the Burgerlanders on the East Coast. If you haven't seen it yet, go over to the YouTube channel and check out the most recent video. And I will see all of you guys on Saturday. Bye-bye, Chad. Apologies for the quick ending. I'll see you on the Discord server, and I will see you on Saturday. Bye-bye.